spit all over myself.
It's a good way to start. All right, welcome to Wednesday. It's been a long day. We've had a long new comic book day at the shop, so I have nothing of consequence. I actually was going to have something to this week, but I'm exhausted.
Bear with us, please.
And we have like
a decent
I would say
stack.
about 17 comics to slide through here today.
Yeah.
So this is Talk Comics to me. If you've been listening to us, you know who we are. I'm Champenstein.
I'm Heather.
And let's get this ball rolling.
Let's just do it. Okay. I have to wipe my hands off. They're all greasy. Okay.
You have like the greasiest hands.
I know.
Of anyone
it's
I know.
wild. I don't even use lotion. It just happens. It's disgusting. It's my soul trying to leave through my pores. Okay, this is Darling. This is issue number 1. This is a Source Point Press joint. I loved this book. This is just about a man who's kind of in, I don't want to say the peak of, but he's at a weird point in his drug addiction. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of reached a spot where he can either keep going the way that he is and lose literally everything, or he can do something. So that's like where you drop into here. I'm gonna read this little foreword because it's what made me actually like enjoy the book. I thought it was very, very good. It takes place in the 80s, and I feel like that's a very important thing to make, like the early 80s, because that's when this was at a high point.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says, forward to forward. In 2012, my brother died of a heroin overdose. It feels good to write that down, actually. It feels good because there's a stigma associated with drug death. It isn't exactly discussed on the checkout line, at the hairdresser, or while you're waiting on an oil change. It just isn't done. There's a bit of therapy in just saying the words. He left me his journals. Sometimes I sit, sometimes I smoke. I read about dope sickness. I read about love. I flip through the pages until I find him there, until I slip into dream, until my wife admonishes me for snoring like it's the end times. I miss him very much. To do our small bit for change, we're donating a portion of proceeds for every book sold to programs that help people struggling with drug and alcohol abuse. If you lost someone, you're not alone. And then it gives you the email, which is darlingthecomic@gmail.com if you want to do anything. And then it just goes into the story of this man with his drug addiction. So
It's really good.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this book. I liked the narration of it specifically because it's this, the guy who thinks what he's doing is right, even if it isn't. Mm-hmm. And then him kind of reaching that point where he says, well, what am I doing? Like, I kind of feel like I'm living in different dimensions at any time. And it was just way better than I had anticipated. I didn't know what to expect from it, and I'm glad I picked it up.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Mm-hmm. I can leave it here if you wanted to read it. It's a very quick read.
Okay. I mean, I should have time. But
yeah.
We'll see. Okay. On a whole different note. I have crossover. This is my last crossover issue I'm going to get. I absolutely promise. I will never get an issue of crossover again. Nobody has to hear me talk about this book anymore. This is crossover issue number 7. I'm so sorry. I do apologize.
There's a reason.
I couldn't help myself because my best friend Chomp Zaromsky.
There he is. Chapsadur.
He wrote this, and Phil Hester did the art, and I do love both Chip and Phil, so I wanted to read it, and I still didn't like it. I still, like I said to you, it's just, like, I liked it because I could read Chip in the story. Like, I felt his voice, and it was interesting having those meta-ish idea told within, like, his writing voice. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I also love Phil Hester's art, so it was also interesting seeing, like, Phil Hester's version of Chip, like, on the page. And then,
can I see it?
Yeah, of course. And then this particular issue,
he's so cute. We love him.
Yeah. Chip talks about one of my least favorite sex criminal issues as well, which is Sex Criminals number 14, I believe it is. And it's where him and Matt have, like, a whole conversation during the issue. I hated it. So it was interesting to also bring it up in a book I do not like. So that was cool. That was an interesting meta thing for me. Chip didn't know that. Maybe he did. Either way,
we're all best friends.
We're all okay. Yeah, I told Chip how much I hated that. Yeah. So yeah, there are things about it that are enjoyable, but once again, it is just because of Chip. I still don't like the story. Like I said to you earlier today, it's just, I think there's an aspect of like meta books I do enjoy, but at the same time, like, it feels just really pretentious. Mm-hmm. Like, I just can't help but feel like, and I know that's not necessarily like the way anyone wants to come, or is supposed, like, wanting to come off or means to come off, and that is just my read of it personally. But I just, like, once again, this book is just not for me.
Could be for anyone.
Yeah, it's,
not for me. I read 2 issues. Yeah. I don't know how you kept going. And I was interested in the love story.
I know. I think it's just like, people complain that people hate read things, but I just really wanted to like it. I think that's like part of the reason I hate read things is because I inherently want to like it because me.
It had so much potential.
Well, too. And I'm just like, I'm such a fool. I just want the best for everyone, and I want to expect the best for everyone. So I'm the one who's just like, I'm gonna keep going.
It's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better. Like I can't let myself down. But I just don't like it, and I'm sorry that I talked about it for so long.
I've definitely done that with like long series, and now I'm like blanking on which ones. I know there have been several where I'm like, I don't know why I keep reading this, and then just keep reading it.
And I feel like before we did this, there were a lot of series where it was like Oblivion Song, maybe. I think that is one.
We stuck that out for quite a while.
Yeah, but I can't. Was that one? I just feel like there was one like that was 5 issues that I read a couple issues, and then I just like got the rest of the story arc and did not read it. And I felt like I did that with Oblivion Song, but maybe... I mean,
I only got the first story arc of that, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So maybe I just didn't read, like, the last couple issues.
Yeah. I got the entirety of Uncanny X-Men before I decided to start reading that, and you guys know how I feel about issues. Sorry. Not doing it today.
Yeah, it's okay. But what issues again?
1 through 10, because 11 through 22 is what I liked the most.
All right, so yeah, that's all we have to say about books we don't like. And I'm sorry, Donnie Cates, that I've done this for fucking 7 months. I promise that I won't do it anymore.
You know what? I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna start reading it.
All right, this is the Eternals. I almost just said this is Kieran Gillen.
I wish.
My brain is turned off. I didn't read this. I didn't read all of it. I read the first, like, 1/4. I read to this. Actually, I read past that page.
Did you see the Tony Stark face?
Yeah. Okay. I read to here. I got to the Thanos.
Okay. Basically, without spoiling anything, the Eternals are just getting closer to figuring out exactly what is happening and who's doing what.
A nice little mystery.
Yeah.
It is a good mystery story.
It's a cute little mystery. I like the way that this one ended specifically for one panel. When you get to it, you'll know. Because it reminds me of the movie Hereditary at the end of it when Toni Collette is just standing up in the background like that. I loved it. It was fantastic. Right. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. And now, wait. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, you don't, but you didn't read it.
And I had not finished this yet, so.
This is the thumbnail. This is issue number 8. This wraps up the story.
I haven't even opened this yet, so I don't want to spoil anything for myself.
Oh yeah, you don't want to spoil anything for yourself. I will not spoil anything. I will tell you that I absolutely loved it, which I told you earlier. And I will tell you that it still ended on like that 70s horror note because that was like honestly I just love the story as a whole. It's just so good and it fits the tone so well. And yeah, I can't wait for you to finish it. I'm actually extremely sad that you did not.
I'll take it to. I'll do it when I get home.
Okay, yeah, because I want to know what you think. I think that's it. Like I want to know what you think of the ending because it's so good. And also that cover is fucking the coolest thing in the entire world.
I love it.
The art in this book has just been so good. Like.
If you haven't been reading it, I suggest you probably pick up the trade,
especially
if you're a fan of horror movies, because this is just... it's done really well, and it's a lot of fun. It's very eerie.
Yeah, it feels like I said, I can't believe I almost didn't get this, and I'm here, and just like, this is one of my favorite.
You're welcome.
Kind of favorite horror books. I think.
It's beautiful.
It's good. Okay.
Okay.
You got it?
I'm gonna talk about pussies now.
Jesus Christ.
I have Money Shot. This is issue number 12. I'm actually not going to say much about this book. This is just about, our space explorers who are going and banging aliens to make money to fund the work that they've been doing. This issue is a little bit more personal because in the first 2 story arcs, I guess it would technically be, one of the main people that was working with them in this half of the story, she's gone, so she's no longer a part of it, and they're still affected by her absence, and so they're trying to find a way to bring her back or try to kind of work with her again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very... I'm still kind of like put off by the art change in this. I do still like the story. I think it's an interesting development from what they were doing before. But I don't know how much longer I will keep this on.
Okay.
Not that I don't like it. I do still really enjoy it, but I feel like the first 10 issues, that was like the perfect story. Like, they didn't need to keep going.
Okay.
So I might...
I mean, that happens.
Yeah, I think I might stick it out for like a couple more issues just to see if I can figure out like where it's going, and then
make a decision from there.
Yeah. Because I don't want to just not read it because I'm like, oh, that first story arc was way better. Because it's not. It's just different.
Yeah.
Just different.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right. I got Daredevil. This is Lockdown, part 1.
Yeah, we've been there.
And last issue, spoiler alert, Bullseye breaks out.
Oh, shit.
Daredevil's in prison. He found out about some shady stuff that's going on in prison, and the CIA or FBI, some, stupid government black shit.
Of course.
Black ops shit. Like, just, stupid stuff. And Elektra is Daredevil. She's trying to track down Isabel Libris, I believe, is the kingpin right now, because she made a deal with the Hand.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces in this. Once again, just love this story. It's just such a good Daredevil story. Mm-hmm. And the art is so good. Even this is a different artist, and it's still just really, really good art.
Chichetto? It's not Chichetto?
No.
Dang. Yeah, no, that's still really good.
I'm trying to get to an Elektra page, but
Give her to me. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, her kicking down that door is pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So...
It looks really hot.
Yeah.
In that outfit.
I do love Elektra as Daredevil. It's one of my favorite things, which is probably, horny me is part of the reason I'm still watching this, still reading it for sure.
I mean, that's why I like...
It's not even
like
it's not like it's even like close to being overly sexy. It's just like...
Well, I'm pretty sure Elektra doing anything.
Look at that hot lady.
Yeah.
My phone doesn't want to work, so fuck yeah.
This is Daredevil Mobile.
Daredevil Mobile, yes.
Oh, okay. I like that.
What did Patrick say?
Daredevil Mobile lost a wheel and Bullseye got away.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's very cute. Okay.
This is... Oh, sorry. You want to say?
This is Barbaric.
This is issue number 1.
It's issue number 1.
Hyped vault book. It's worth it. It's really worth the hype. It is so much fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The art is very, very exciting in it. I've been amped on this book since I read that preview like 2 months ago, something like that. And I'm kind of like over these kind of stories, but then I read this one and it was like an interesting new take on it.
Yeah, I also thought it was just going to be one of those books that was just, exactly like what it's kind of advertised to be, but it is a lot more fun, a lot more I don't know, jaunty and it's violent. That might not be the right word, but like just cartoony at the same time.
Yeah, so basically it's about a barbarian named Owen who is forced to not kill by this talking axe who he's cursed to carry. He can't do any of the stuff that he's always done. Fucking and killing and doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
This axe is pretty much his conscience now.
Yeah.
He's pissed. It's just really fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. The art is really great. The colors are really wonderful. It was, just a really good read.
That's my favorite face in the entire
Yeah, that
book.
one was a good one.
Yeah. It's just, it's worth
There
the
are
read.
very expressive faces in this.
Yeah. There's this, I won't spoil too much, but one of the characters
There's
in there
boobs in here.
there's boobs. One of the characters has a bunch of tattoos of like weapons and stuff, and she can pull them off and make them I thought that was like the coolest thing. I was like, damn dude, if I was any comic book character, it would be her. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be really cool. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. The most confusing book.
Yeah, we only find them when they're dead. This is issue number 7. Once again, crazy dense book, so if you get this, be prepared. Mm-hmm. Also, just make sure you pay attention to the dates, because those play a part in the whole thing.
Yes. So this issue follows Mr. Hauer. I can't remember what his first name is. Jason. It goes back and forth and like I would assume present, and then what happened that got him where he was.
From, him traveling with Malik in the past, reading the first story arc, and being here after. And
kind of like a little background on what happened to the other characters in a sense, too. It's a lot of fun. It's really good. The art is fantastic, but pay attention to the years, because if you don't, it gets real confusing.
Yeah, real fast.
Gotta get rid of that damn axe. Yeah. Probably. He can't. He's cursed.
Yeah. But great when you find them when they're dead. So fun. I think especially if you like sci-fi stuff in that manner. It's very, very good.
Oh no, we're getting too dark.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
We've come to life.
Here we are. Okay, so it's my turn. I have You Promised Me Darkness. I have not read this one yet because issue number 2, which was supposed to come out last month, I did not get until Friday. So I'm a little bit behind, but this is basically about Halley's Comet, and when it passed over, whenever it did, a bunch of people gained superpowers, and within that group, they're hunting other people who got powers. So, very interesting. Normally do not like books at all with just plain black and white art, but I really, really enjoy this story. I also have a weird obsession with Halley's Comet, so that's probably mostly what it is. Derek, I don't need your science. Get it out of my face.
Okay.
But that's the right year.
This is made in Korea. This is issue number 2. This is just following... Why can't I remember her name? I thought I remembered her name. Well, I'm so dumb. There is a supercomputer little girl, android, who a worker from Korea has made into, like, basically replicating a human as much as possible. So she's, like, super real, and then she's kind of, like, developing those, like Zuckerberg? Yes, she is Mark Zuckerberg, but a child.
That makes sense.
So the man who made her is regretting sending her off to a family and is now trying to basically kidnap her back.
Oh. That's strange.
And she's just trying to be a normal girl, and...
Is she aware that she is not human?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It's interesting because she tries to make friends with people at school, but obviously, she is going to get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Because she's still, like, very naive.
She's still learning.
Yeah, she's never really socialized with people outside her parents.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I do like it. It's hard to describe without kind of giving it away, and I think it's also just a book you have to read just because that's easier to, grasp what's going on.
Yeah.
And I really like it. It's just hard to explain in a way where I feel like I'm doing it justice. I really like the art. I really like the colors, and I think the story is really interesting. I'm interested to see what happens.
How many issues?
I think it's only 5.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
All right. You should just read it out loud.
I don't even know what I'm saying. Fuck their wives, drink their blood. Yeah. Derek.
Okay, Derek.
I agree.
No, I guess we're going to talk about vampires now, so that's a good lead-in. This is Vampire Masquerade. This is issue number 9. And this is Winter's Teeth. My bad. Wanted to add Winter's Teeth. So Cecily is been betrayed
by her
progeny. And Allie, and vampires are getting hunted down by the hunters, and shit's gone wild.
Yeah, everything is a bit askew right now.
And I really don't know I still don't know if Allie betrayed her as much as just wants. I guess it is betraying. She's wants power.
Yeah, I watched it once, Derek. I didn't memorize all the Bo Burnham songs.
Okay, do you want to talk about this instead of talking to Derek?
Yeah. I just don't have anything to say about it. Because it's just Allie not getting revenge necessarily. It's just her doing what she was always supposed to do.
But is it?
I don't know.
Because in this there is that twist, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel like, why put the people in the places that they are? Especially because, Cicely is talking in the beginning about how Allie very specifically knows, her and the things that she would do. So she does know that she's going to, win and escape.
Yeah.
At least I would assume so.
I don't know, I felt like it was all a little bit too easy. For Allie, I guess. I don't know how much of it was her betraying her, or I don't know. I feel like Allie was used, if anything.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see as we come around.
There was a lot to read. I did like the sewer half with the rat. I really like that guy a lot.
I know you're not. He is a rat.
He's a rat,
and they are in the sewer.
Yeah.
It was just the way it sounds.
Yeah.
I love the sewer rat.
I love the sewer rat. I liked him when he was first introduced, but I think this one, I don't know. You know that he's helping his kind. That's what he's doing. But to see him do that was just really cool. And how good he is in the sewer, because he can see. Okay.
All right. We have Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Tea Time. This is Marika Andolfo and Sia Ohm,
yep. And Eleonora Bruni. This is basically just them, the Scooby Gang, talking about what would happen if Giles was a vampire.
Yeah. Just
their own different versions of what they think would happen. I didn't not like it. I thought it was very interesting because I love Giles, but I did think in comparison, to the other one-shots, it was kind of weak. I loved the ending for it. I thought it was very sweet. But, I love Giles.
Yeah, Giles is great. I have, we talked about this earlier. Just have the same feelings. It was not my favorite one-shot out of all of them. Maybe because they didn't use different artists or different writers, which I think sometimes is the downfall of anthology sort of stories.
Dang, that would have been cool if each of the stories was told. I didn't even think about that. I was just I wanted more Giles stories, not just this one situation. I wanted different.
I do still feel like these one shots are, and this one too was better than the actual main series book, so
unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
No more Giles talk.
All right, now to the witches. Though. I have Witchblood. This is it's just about a witch. She talks about how her maker is actually an alien because she's different from the other witches, and It tells the story. There is an introduction of this character. Her name is Texas Red. I fucking love her. She's fantastic. But her and the vampire with the frilly cowboy coat is like the only characters that I like in this. So what is her name? Yana, who is the main character in here, the one with the blue hair that you were first introduced to. She drinks a magic potion and blows up an entire town and kills a bunch of people. And then when the witch hunters realize what happened, they don't know that it was her who did it. So she blamed the vampires so that it wouldn't be her fault. I thought that was pretty sketchy. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to take this off my poll. I just don't really care about this story. Like, I like the art quite a bit, and I like some of the characters, but, like, the story as a whole, and, like, I just don't really have any interest in it anymore.
Yeah. Is it not limited, or is it...
I don't know. I feel like it was supposed to be 5, but with the way that this one ended, I don't feel like they could wrap it up in 5 and have it be a good ending.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'll have to look it up, but...
Alright.
It's not bad. It's just different than what I thought it was going to be. And I have a problem with that.
That's fair. Right? It's your reading.
Yeah.
It's your time.
That's true. That's mine.
You don't have to go on, like, a crossover adventure like I did.
Yeah.
Don't spit up on the new table, okay?
Oh, I would have done it on my comics, for sure.
All right. I have Beta Ray Bill. This is issue number 4. This is wrapping up the story a little bit. I think this is the 5th. There's only 5 issues. Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's great. It's beautiful. I love it. This issue, something is taking control of the ship or taking over the ship, and it's kind of moving through all of Beta Ray's memories that are contained within his ship. So he's kind of like forced to look back on really, really shitty times in his life.
That poor guy.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
But it's so good. This book is so good.
I'm very excited to get the trade.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you to read it.
I don't know why I didn't. I got the first issue.
Yeah, it just seems like something you wouldn't not do.
I know. That's why I thought it was very strange, because I like remember when it was solicited for the first one and I was like, cool, I'm getting that, and then I just never got it. Pullbox is weird.
Tell dear Pullbox.
Dear Pullbox.
Okay, so now we have The Witcher. This is number 2. This is The Witch's Lament. This girl's fucking with some witches.
Yeah, it was like our man G is just going to therapy with witches in this one.
I loved the words, but also hated them because they were
distracting.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I thought it was really cool too. The art in this I absolutely love. Mm-hmm. It's so strange. Where's that G-butt? When he
his ass. His ass is so great.
I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
It's a really, really good story. I think this is you guys know how I feel about the Witcher comics. I always get them when they come out, but this one I think in particular is just, it's got a lot of depth, which I was not expecting.
Yeah. It does. It's talking about all like the pain that
like healing from trauma, but having to accept it and stuff first, and like making that step to healing yourself. Like I thought this was just a story about witches, but now we're doing this.
I don't know. It's kind of how the video games
BetterHelp.com. Damn, dude.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Sorry. This is this weird ass book.
Change the Grave. This is issue number 4.
Number 5 comes out next week.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the last one though, so I don't care.
Yeah, but all right.
I mean, technically, it is next month.
Yeah, that is not wrong.
Yeah.
It is next month.
Yeah.
Our man who came back from the dead is trying to get away from the bad guy who has reanimated some corpses.
There's butts in this one too,
and shit's wild.
Yeah. I still am very confused by this story. I think it's because like everyone is dead and there's a lot of resurrection and there's just
it's chaotic as hell.
It
is just super chaotic. I think that's like one of the things about this book in particular. It's just like, what is happening? It's just like everything's happening at once. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, no, it's what, because you have, like, for a while there were 3 different storylines that were going on, and it was, like, hard to tell which one was which because dead characters everywhere. They all kind of look the same. But yeah, I'm excited for the last issue.
Yeah, I suppose, like, the thing I'm tempted to do is, like, read it all at once to see if it makes more sense to me.
Yeah, because that first one, the way that it started, I think that was what really threw me off because I had no idea, like, what was going on. And since that one, I've just been like, I don't know what's happening. It looks nice.
Yeah, it looks good. The art is fun. Like, colors are really vibrant. But yeah, it's just a book that's just, like...
I love these pages where, like, everything is colored and then you go and then, like, color is missing from certain panels. I think that is really cool. I don't get it, but I think that's really cool. Like... why sometimes they choose to do that and other times no. I don't know. It is a very interesting read. If you love chaos, you'll probably love this.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah, I remember the solicit, and I remember being like, I don't know about this, and then being like, yeah, sure, boom.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did.
And now I'm here just like,
what's happening?
I still don't understand, but it's fine.
It's strange.
It's okay.
Okay, did it stick? Okay, I have Black Widow. This is issue number 8. I actually have not read this one because I got this way later than all of my other books. I didn't even know I had it until I was, like, leaving work today. So when I get to it, I'll get to it.
All right. This was one of my favorite books this week, actually.
Yes, please. This book.
This is Department of Truth. This is issue number 10. And we're going on a little Bigfoot hunt.
Yeah, we're going squatch hunting.
And
this was a lot of words.
This is a book full of reading, so if you pick this particular issue up, be prepared for that, because I was not this morning when I opened it, which is why I told you, because I was like, this was a lot of reading.
Yeah, no, I think that's why I was so irritated, like, why it took me so long to read it, why I kept getting irritated when people were coming up doing what they're supposed to do in a coffee shop and order drinks. But
How
I was like,
dare you?
Yeah, I was like trying to read it, and like some pages it's like, you know, it's a folded letter, so sometimes the words weren't exactly clear, so it would take me longer than normal to read. It is so good though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is so good. I gotta talk about these pages, this lettering. I know you can't necessarily see it that well, but it was absolutely my favorite fucking part about this whole entire book. Aditya Bidikar had posted on Twitter that he had handwritten those pages off of I'm gonna say it right today, James Tynan's scripts. So it's really cool. I love the way the pen looks, like the way that it flows. It looks like a very like satisfying pen to write with, which was part of the reason I loved it.
Yeah, no, and I agree, and I love all of the, like, it is a loved letter. Like, you can tell it's been, like, open and read, like, a million times and, like, put back because there's, like, stains.
And that's also the cool part, too, that he was talking about on the post, was the fact that Martin Simmons. Simmons. I can't even say the most simple thing. Took those pages and then like did those things and like does that with a lot of like different things from Department of Truth. So I don't know. That's one of my. I love how much love goes into this book. That is one of the best parts about it. Like every person on the book, you know, does such a wonderful job, and it really can be seen when you're reading it.
Yeah, it's very good. Also, Patrick, I would like to say I didn't death glare. That's just my eyes. That's what they do when I have my mask on, see? It's just what they do.
But, yeah, if you're not reading this book, I would 100% tell you to check it out, especially if you're into like conspiracy theories, or even if you're not,
like anything that you think would be in an episode of the X-Files.
Yeah, that is a really good way to describe it. It does have that like feel, but in a completely different way.
If you're not reading it, you're an absolute fool. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put that out there.
I mean, it's chill. I say that all the time because I believe, some books are worth picking up, especially on a month-to-month basis. And this is one of them, especially because the breaks don't feel like breaks.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, I feel like I just got this. And I feel like in some places, not at this point, you can kind of stumble into an issue and not necessarily have to understand what's going on 100% to like understand. I do think we've hit a point where reading the first story arc is important.
Yeah, because it introduces you to what like the story is going to be about. But yeah, it's more, I don't know, just reoccurring characters but different scenarios.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting into some X books now. This is Cable number 11. My boy doesn't get to go to the gala.
Why didn't he get to go?
He's off gallivanting with himself, his old man self.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, I know what that means.
His parents, Rachel Summers, Esme, Magic, Deadpool, and Domino. And they're going to take out Strife.
Oh, okay.
So this is
He gonna die?
Huh?
He gonna die?
Strife?
No, Cable.
I don't know.
Because there's one issue left of that
Yeah,
series.
there's one issue left. I'm unsure. I'm unsure if we're going to be... I know they're going to do a Cable one-shot after this with Old Man Cable, but it can be one of those things where it ends up with both of them still alive and Old Man Cable kind of just like hopping through time.
That'd be cute.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how they're going to end this.
Okay.
I am interested. I do really, really enjoy this series quite a bit personally, but sad to see it go.
Yeah.
I just like the jokes. I think that's like kind of the one thing. I feel like the jokes have hit for me, and I still fucking hate Deadpool though.
Yeah, I actually feel that. I'm loving you and leaving you.
I'm ready.
All right.
This is Xfactor number 10. This is the last issue of Xfactor. This is oddly a part of the Hellfire Gala.
It's a briefly mentioned thing.
Yeah.
And it's the last issue of the Hellfire Gala, too.
All right.
Yeah, because 12. It was 12, right?
I can't remember.
12 of 12. I'm pretty sure I had just seen that. Wait. Go back to the last page there. Yeah.
Yeah, the party is over. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know. Was not my thing.
It was very strange I guess I've never read any of the other X Factors. I didn't know the history of like what was going on. I don't understand how all of these series were tied into the Hellfire Gala when it just was those specific characters from those series. And I had no idea what was going on in nearly all of them except for the like 4 that I have on my poll. I didn't get it. It did not make sense to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. They were all very, very separate books. And this, is wrapping up all of, like I told you earlier, everything that has been happening in X Factor before and like subplots that have been built. It just... It felt rushed. Like, obviously, I mean, they had to get this last issue out, and I suppose they couldn't have left what they began undone. There were parts that were weird. I don't know. I don't know about the murder serial killer aspect of it.
See, and I don't know. I have no context.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that was why it was like kind of weird. It was like I didn't read any of the other situations, so I don't know if there's like a story behind it or anything.
Yeah, Prodigy has just been trying to solve his like past murder throughout X Factor.
Yeah, it's very strange, but I feel like we do also have to mention this is leading into I think it's a one-shot, the Trial of Magneto, or is that...
I can't remember. I feel like it might have been multiple issues.
Yeah, it's leading into the Trial of Magneto, which will be happening soon, but that even doesn't come to play until the very last page. So it's like, I get the need for doing an event like this, but it just wasn't necessary.
Yeah, no, they could have done the planet-sized.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, They could have done just like a little 3 mini.
I was bored.
Yeah.
I expected more from the Hellfire Gala thrown by Emma Frost, who had 3 outfits the entire time, and this is what happened.
I mean, they did terraform and take over an entire planet.
Right, but again, that was one issue. Like, that was like planet. Like, I don't feel like an entire gala needed to be made like this big deal for something in one issue to happen.
Yeah, but I suppose if we look at it like it's just like a one-night event. Like, we had to read it over a month.
Yeah.
So let's just...
And all we got was...
Let's, like, hypothetically, let's spitball here. We're at the gala.
I would expect more than mind fireworks.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm standing up for this event that I did not really like, but I feel like you're giving it too hard of a time.
I am, but I have been spending months working on my Hellfire Gala outfit, and I don't even want to wear it anymore because this was garbage. It was garbage. It was garbage.
Okay, I wouldn't say garbage. It's just... It was not that great. It was
recyclable garbage.
Especially coming, like we've said last week, just coming out of X of Swords.
That's probably why.
It just didn't really feel the same. It didn't feel as cohesive as that story did. And I don't know, yeah, with all of the X books there are and as much money as it costs this month to get all of these books, it was not necessarily worth it. So... I wouldn't say that it was garbage. I would just say that, like, monetarily so.
I would say them tricking me into spending all that money was garbage. Because they threw Hellfire and Gala into it, and they were like, no, we got her. We don't have to worry about shit. She's going to pay for them all.
All right. I don't have anything else.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. We had a great time. Thanks for joining us today. We love you. You go support your local comic book store, so you in turn support us.
Yes, you pay us.
And then also go support libraries so that you can get books for free and don't have to steal them. Go take care of your friends because, God knows how long we'll be on this earth.
Probably like 2 more weeks.
The way climate change is working.
In this economy,
So, yeah, that's all I have. Take care of one another. Donate your money if you can. Do good things. As always, we'll see you on the Flippity Flip.